All right, folks, I don't think I'm driving the point home. All right, we are not going to hire poo-poo agents to represent us in the sale or purchase of our home. And you can do it. You can find a really good agent. You're not gonna find the cheap agent. No cheap agents. You're like, well, I'm trying to save money. I'm not referring to commissions. We're not allowed to use the word commission anymore. Bad Audra, it's compensation, okay? Commissions are of the past. We're supposed to refer to it now as compensation according to the National Association of Realtors lawsuit. Okay, what am I talking about? A lot of you are spending a lot of money on your realtor and they aren't investing the time, energy, money towards marketing or towards your listing or in the gas tank driving you around to see the various properties you wish to see. So you're going to watch this video. I'm going to give you some helpful tips on how to avoid these type of realtors. Now, I'm telling you right now, there are some very, very, very outstanding realtors out there. Me being one of them. But seriously, folks, please listen up. Find the right realtor. It'll save you so much time, energy, and money. Okay, I know that was a big intro, but we got a lot to cover today. And I'm gonna drill it in various different ways so you get it. I got a lot of phone calls from you this week and you're all like, oh, I listened to what you said, and then they tell me who they hired, and I clearly am not making myself clear. So here we go. Let's get into it. So one of the biggest mistakes you kind folks out there make, you're just too trusting, is that you are hiring people who aren't full-time realtors. You're like, what is she talking about? So a lot of these like mortgage lenders will find out you want to purchase a home or buy a home, or we have appraisers that are coming and giving valuations on your home, and they find out you want to sell or purchase a home, and they're like,
hey, guess what? You're in luck. I have my real estate license, and I'll save you some money on the compensation/commission side if you hire me. I really know what I'm doing.
And a lot of you are like, wow, that's pretty cool. They got 2 credentials. Okay, guys, no. More than likely, if they're a full-time mortgage rep or if they're an appraiser, they have no business selling you a home. In fact, every single time, especially the mortgage and the appraiser people that are posing as realtors, the transaction for me personally has been an absolute bloody nightmare, okay? Just don't do it, okay? Don't do it. They don't know the forms. In fact, this lovely lady, Sarah, called me this week and she signed a contract. She didn't know what she was signing. Well, she thought she knew. But come to find out, this realtor/appraiser didn't even have his real estate license, and it took her 30 days to get her house on the market because they were completing their test. Okay, guys, you want nothing to do with this. Make sure you're hiring a professional realtor, that this is their full-time job, not some side hustle. So let's talk about that cheap agent. There's a lot of discount realtors out there. There's a lot of discount brokers out there. Listen, I'm not going to bash them. If they want to work hard and they want to represent you well, then fantastic. However, I know you're smart because you're watching me right now. And oftentimes you get what you pay for. If you are paying discounted commissions or discounted compensation for your listing agent, that's going to leave them less money to market your house properly. Okay, before I get my head bit off, I know a lot of you want discounted commissions or compensation. And I'm not saying you can't sell your house with an agent or a brokerage firm that's willing to reduce their compensation. However, it is more than likely not going to shine online. I mean, your house isn't going to look fantastic because they're not going to put the marketing or the staging or the super duper gloss on those photos, okay? So I got a call from one of you this last week saying, hey, it's the weirdest thing. My neighbor told me to contact this discount brokerage firm, and I really liked this gal that I interviewed. She was super friendly. I didn't sign a contract, but next thing I know, she's taking pictures of my house with her cell phone, and then all of a sudden there's a coming soon sign out front on the lawn, and can they even do that if I haven't signed a listing agreement? And in case you're wondering, no, your agent can't do anything unless they have a signed listing agreement and you are legally giving them the ability to market your home, whether it be a coming soon sign or any cell phone pictures. If your agent is taking cell phone pictures to market your house, right there, you know you hired the wrong agent. That is a cheap agent. Cheap! We don't want cheap agents. We want them spending the time, energy, and money on your house marketing your home. So a lot of you have watched a few of my last videos, which I'm telling you, hey, the market's shifting, it's slowing down. Today is November 3rd, 2024. We're a few days away from the election. It's really chilly out there. Buyer demand's pulling back and mortgage rates are right around 7% right now. It's not a great housing market right now to sell a home. So a lot of you are calling me saying, I'm not happy with my agent. They don't seem like they're doing a good job. They're not sending out those flyers, into the neighborhood, letting them know that my house is for sale. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a heads up. When we send those, hey, I just, listed this property, or hey, I just sold this property, and we're doing all these mailings, I have never in my entire career have had any one buyer pick this out of their mailbox and go,
well, by golly, I just seen this property online. I'm going to give Audra Lambert a call.
You guys, the reason why we're sending those marketing flyers out to the neighborhood is because we want your neighbors to know how wonderful we are, and we hope that when they go to sell their house, they contact us. So when I say, don't hire a cheap agent, what I'm talking about is let's not focus on things that don't matter in a listing, okay? Your agent right now is having to work 2 to 3 to 4 times harder to sell your home because the market is not cooperating. We need that agent that's willing to put gas in that car. We need that agent who's going to take those high-end drone photos and those videos. We want that property description to look fantastic. We want to make sure the lighting's proper on the property. We want to hire an agent that knows how to give you guidance on how to prepare your home for sale. You need to find someone that knows how to do this, okay? If someone comes into your house and is showing you all their magazines that they're advertising your house in, which no one looks at that anyway, if they're showing you, hey, this is a postcard I just did in the neighborhood, oh yeah, we got lots of leads off of that. If they're telling you that, they're lying. I hate to be the one telling you this. You need the agent that is going to embrace technology and understands the power of being online, because that is how we are selling houses right now. That is where we spend our money, is those photos and how we prepare our home for sale. And if you don't believe me, I don't know what else to tell you. If you're going to go buy something right now, more than likely, you're not going to go look in a magazine or open your mailbox to go search for something you're looking to purchase. You're going to go online. Thank you, Amazon.com. Same thing with houses. People are finding their homes online. Make your home shine online. In the beginning of this video, I told you one of my followers hired an appraiser who was positioning himself as the listing agent, and she gave this guy great tips. She said, hey, listen, I want a floor plan, I want a video, I want drone images, I want high quality photos and all that. And he said, all right. Well, he did. He hired a photographer, probably not the best one in town, and they took images of a boarded window. There was a basketball hoop that was tipped over, and they actually took pictures of that and put it in MLS. I kid you not. There was leaves and debris everywhere, and the photographer didn't even think twice to hey, should we reshoot the house? It doesn't look like it's in good condition. And then they go post the thing on MLS, and I'm still baffled why anybody would ever do that if they're a full-time agent or one that's not cheap or inexperienced. You get what you pay for oftentimes, and if you have no other choice, you need to work with a discounted realtor or a discounted brokerage firm, or in some areas they just don't have a lot of choices with realtors, then you can actually hire your own photographer, okay? You can also make your house shine online, but please make sure you do it, because if you don't, you're gonna leave money on the table. Now, a lot of you are like, well, how do I know if my agent's gonna spend money and take the right photos and put the right marketing and polish on my home? And the answer is, you're going to ask them, and you're going to ask for proof. So before they even come to the house to interview for the listing, you're going to ask them to bring over collateral or photos or property brochures of homes that they've represented in the past. You're going to request this before they even come to your house, okay? That's that important, because the quality of the brochure or the photos is very telling about the quality and the detail that they're going to be using through the entire transaction. Really important that you get your hands on those brochures. And if you see they're using cell phones, and if you see a lot of misspellings in their property descriptions, you're probably not dealing with a really high quality agent that's going to spend a lot of attention to detail. If you are selling your home, I highly suggest that you interview these listing agents, more than one. I will link down below 13 questions that you should ask every listing agent when you're going to sell your home. It's important. It's an interview. You spend a lot of time and money into your house. You want the person there who's selling it to represent you the best. I do have a referral manager on my team. I'd be happy to refer you an agent in your area. There will be an email link right here, and there will be a link in the description that if you fill out, we'll give you an agent that you can interview. Now, this is no charge to you, and there's no obligation. So always good to interview a couple of them. We're here to help, and it's really important that you find someone that you feel comfortable working with and someone with experience and knowledge, and will guide you through the process. So a lot of you don't know this, but there's a whole other real estate universe out there, and that is all us realtors look each other up. We want to know who we're working with. So if I am representing a buyer and I'm making an offer for my client to this listing agent, I'm going to be looking up the listing agent. I'm going to look that agent up. I'm going to see how many sales they have. I'm going to look at their reviews. I'm going to go online. I'm going to make sure those pictures, if the pictures are really nice, then I'm like, well, maybe. But more than likely, if it's a cheap agent, they're going to be using cell phone pictures. They're going to have horrible windows that are boarded up, right? We're going to know they don't know what they're doing. And as an agent, it is my fiduciary responsibility to represent my client and get the best price and terms for them. So if I'm working with an inexperienced agent, someone that's going to discount their fees, maybe not offer those services or have that experience, I am going to eat your agent alive because I can, okay? And that's unfortunate. So I'm telling you that, not because I'm this ruthless whatever. It's because you have to understand that this is a super important decision on who you hire. So you need to make sure you look them up online, because we'll be looking you up online, meaning we'll be looking your agent up online. So what does your agent look like online? It's super important you understand the power of that. If you're getting any benefit out of this video, please subscribe to my channel, smash the like button. All right, I'm trying to make this short. Let's get back into it. So the other mistake that a lot of you make is that, you're overwhelmed, you're stressed out putting your house on the market, and you want a little buddy to give you a little hug and send you little nice messages and dropping off flowers and cookies because it makes you feel good, and you just need a little companion to help you through the real estate process. And I'm not saying that your agent can't be that person. I'm just saying don't hire an agent based on their likability or friendliness, okay? Now, hopefully your agent is likable and friendly, but if that's the only thing they got going for them, once again, ask them these 13 questions that I'll link down below. They need to be the experts. I know this sounds really harsh, but I would really encourage you to focus on hiring someone with the expertise and the experience over super friendly and, likable, and they're dropping off cookies and they're your buddy. Okay, hopefully you can get both. But more than likely, if they're inexperienced, they got to go hard in one area, so it might be the friendly category. So just be cautious of that. I see a lot of that happening. Like, they get to this point where they're your friends, and then you just don't feel comfortable not going with them because they've dropped so many cookies and flowers off that you feel obligated. Remember, this is a professional experience. You're hiring somebody for a lot of money to represent you, so hire the best you can. The very first broker that I hung my license under said, Audra, we typically don't hire brand new agents into our brokerage house because it creates so much risk for us. I'm taking a risk on you because you have so much other business experience. However, I want you to promise me that you will continue to learn and you will continue to be the best agent you can by being educated. Make sure you do everything in your power to represent your clients well. Hard work alone is not going to do it. It's going to take experience and education. So continue learning every single day. And it was great advice. Now, a lot of you may not have, like I said, you may not have choices. You might have to work with some agent that's not experienced or a friend, or you might be in a rural area where you're limited, but you can do a good job in educating yourself. A lot of you watching my videos know more than your agents oftentimes. I'm serious. In fact, some of your agents have reached out and said, man, you're doing a good job educating my client. So I'm going to give you another freebie, and I will link it down below, and I highly suggest that you print this off, okay? And this is good whether you're working with an experienced agent or an inexperienced agent, and that is questions you need to know and ask your agent once you receive a contract, okay? So if you get a purchase contract, and if you're a buyer, you should also print this free form. It goes through all the questions that your agent should be answering when an offer comes in. I will link this down below. It'll be free. This is super important that your agent and you know the answers to these questions when a contract comes in. So listen, I don't want to offend anybody out there, especially those newer agents. A lot of you are having to discount your commissions or concessions to, get business, and it's just because you need the experience. And I understand, I was there too. However, the good news is you have YouTube. I didn't have YouTube when I started real estate, so you can get up to speed very quickly. And for those sellers and buyers out there that you're like, gee, I don't even know where to start, good news for you too. There's so much information out there, and at a minimum, I'm here to help you. So for those of you who do not know me, my name is Audra Lambert. I'm one of the top selling agents in Orange County, California. If you would like to sell or purchase a home, you're welcome to reach out to me. And of course, if you got any benefit out of this video, please subscribe to my channel and smash the like button. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.